Iron Leaves is a new future Paradox form of Virizion that was just released. It was announced in the recent Pokemon Presents and was available to use in-game shortly after. This surprise new Paradox form has been heavily overshadowed by its counterpart, Walking Wake, who has been absolutely dominating on its first day of Gen 9 OU. Does the less popular of the two new forms have more to offer than we think in competitive singles? Let's take a look. 80% of you watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you enjoy my videos, I'd appreciate it if you would take a moment to like the video and subscribe. Thank you. Iron Leaves has a pretty nice stat distribution, with excellent attack, solid speed, and pretty nice bulk as well. Iron Leaves has a decent physical move pool, with good stab options, Swords Dance, and coverage options like Close Combat and Night Slash. Unfortunately, this Pokemon's Grass Psychic type combination is not great, with a damning 4x weakness to Bug, meaning a simple U-turn is threatening your life. Weaknesses to Ghost and Dark, which are very common attacking types in Gen 9 OU, as well as weaknesses to the common coverage types Fire and Ice. Iron Leaves has a difficult existence. Ground and fighting resistance may sound good in a meta dominated by Great Tusk, but even Great Tusk can hit you super effectively with knockoff. Iron Leaves has a new signature move called Psyblade. This is a 100 accuracy physical psychic attack that starts at 80 power and becomes boosted to 120 power in electric terrain. Compared to the similar signature move of Walking Wake, Hydro Steam, this is not as good. Electric Terrain is just not a great team style in Gen 9 OU, due to the only terrain setter being the underwhelming Pincurchin. With Electric Terrain up, Iron Leaves is actually quite powerful, with the ability to threaten common defensive Pokemon like Garganical, Rotom Wash, Dondozo, and Toxapex. But if you're committing to running Pincurchin on a team, you'd hope to be in a completely commanding position with Terrain up, which you kind of aren't. The common Corviknight will wall you. You're weak to King Gambit's Sucker Punch, which is everywhere. And with so many Sun teams running around right now, you're likely going to be outrun by enemy Photosynthesis Pokemon. Outside of electric terrain strategies, the lower speed of Iron Leaves compared to other offensive Pokemon in the format, as well as that damning type combination, will make this a difficult Pokemon to justify using on your teams. Terrastalize can get around your weaknesses, but any Pokemon that relies on Terrastalize to fix its problems is going to really hinder the flexibility of your team and deny useful terrors from teammates. Iron Leaves is pretty outclassed by fellow grass type Meowscarada, who is much easier to fit on a team. Meowscarada is significantly faster, has comparable damage output thanks to Protean, a wider move pool, and even though Meowscarada is also answered very well by Corviknight, it at least has Knockoff, which will remove Corviknight's item and make some progress, as well as U-turn to be able to respond to the defensive switch. Meowscarada also suffers from at times for Bug weakness, but Grass Dark is still a superior type combination. Meowscarada resists Ghost and Dark while Iron Leaves is weak to them. Overall, Iron Leaves is pretty disappointing. Pokemon Violet owners really needed a win this time, and this wasn't it. This Pokemon is uninspired and not very well thought out. I think it's pretty clear that whether you're a fan of Walking Wake or not, they at least put way more effort into the design of that Pokemon, both visually and in terms of gameplay. Iron Leaves is boring and it just doesn't really do anything special. It won't be long before it leaves the OU tier and gets ranked in UU. I think they should have made this Pokemon a mixed attacker. It has a really low special attack stat, but a move pool full of great special attacks, as well as Calm Mind. Really big missed opportunity to give this Pokemon a bit of identity. If you would like to play in an environment where Iron Leaves can actually function pretty well, try it out in almost any ability on Pokemon Showdown. In this format, you can give Pokemon alternate abilities. Iron Leaves with the ability Sharpness is actually very good. Psyblade is boosted by this ability, and it has many other slashing abilities in its moveset. Take a look at Nathan Likes Chicken on YouTube for some almost any ability content. What do you think of Iron Leaves? Are you a Pokemon Violet purchaser regretting your decision? Or do you actually like this thing for some reason? What would you like me to talk about next? Let me know down below in the comments, and thank you for watching. Thank you to the patrons. I've made some changes to my Patreon rewards. Team Doctor videos are now a tier 3 reward, and tier 2 patrons can instead request a Pokemon for me to highlight in a short 4 to 6 minute informative video just like this one. Take a look at my Patreon link in the description for more information. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more informative content about competitive Pokemon.
The money got different 'cause of what I'm spending. The money got different
Oh, it's
Cause of what I'm
Megaphone!
spending.
Whoa!
The money
KO'd
got
by
different.
one hit! It
Cause
scattered
of what I'm
spikes!
spending. The money got different.